Hi guys, I'm back with another video where I'm going to teach you how to make these lovely wire wrapped earrings, all while telling you where I have been, why I've been MIA. So we're going to start off with 20 gauge wire, gold, and 28 gauge wire. Set that aside, and you're also going to need 24 gauge wire. And we're going to need some round nose pliers, some flat nose pliers, and a pair of wire cutters, and my 6-step loop makers. So we're going to make a little, we're going to start off with a little spiral with my 20 gauge wire. So I take my round nose pliers, the very little edge, and I start making like a little spiral. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off camera there. Kind of like a swirl. Then I take my nylon jaw pliers, which I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. Sorry about that. And I continue, and you want to use your nylon jaw pliers because you don't want to mar your wire. And usually what I do is once you make one wire wrap earring, you want to use the other one as a template, so you're making the other one exactly the same. So I like to, bend here, there, and then put it against the one I already made. Ideally, you want to make them at the same time, but because I wanted to show you what we were going to be making, I had to make them separately. So that's why I go back and forth testing. And then once it's about 2 centimeters from the spiral to the top, I cut the end. Here I'm measuring the earring for you, and like I said, I take my 6-step loop plier, use that size, and just kind of make like a little bend just so that it goes into your ear a lot easier. It looks like it's just basic ear wire. And then I'm gonna take my round nose pliers and just make these little loops with the very tip of the round nose pliers. You can make these little loops as big or as small as you'd like. I like them tiny because it makes, I don't know, it decorates the earring really nicely. It makes it look dainty. So I did, I think it's about 10 of them. Again, you can count depending on how many you want. You can go all the way around if you wanted to fill the whole earring. Totally up to you. Make these your own style. Then with the nylon jaw plier, I'm bending them so that it's a lot easier to connect it to the main frame, the main ear wire frame. So then I take the 24 gauge wire. I cut, I want to say a good 6 inches or maybe even like a foot. I go back and forth between centimeters and inches. Sorry about that. And I'm just gonna first anchor the 24 gauge wire onto the earring frame. I do like it go around that frame about 2-3 times. Just like that. Kind of make sure that you're not twisting your wire too much, otherwise you'll kink the wire and you'll break it, and then you have to start all over again. So you definitely want to keep your wire as straight as you can when you're going around anchoring it on. And then I just I put the little, the loops, I shrink them together, tighten that up, and cut the end. Now we're ready to add on our little loops. And again, be very gentle, very, just do it just keep it as straight as you can. Avoid as much as you can kinking your wire, because if you kink it, it's all over. And so in the beginning it's a little fiddly, but once you have it nice and anchored on there, it gets a lot easier as you go along. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm just going to let this play. Usually I cut these parts, but I'm going to let it play so I can tell you guys a little bit of what's going on. I have not been on my channel for so many months. I upload little videos, little shorts here and there when I can, because I don't really want to lose touch with the people that follow me, but it's been really hard. These past 2 years have been really, really hard, I have to admit. And I have only been able to get through everything with my faith, being strong in my faith with God, because I firmly believe that He has carried me through these very difficult times, through the loss of my marriage, then the loss of my puppy, my pug Grogu. He was only 4 years old. That's why I call him my puppy, because he was so young and unfortunately had breathing problems, so I lost him. And then after that, almost a year later, I lost my beautiful father. And I was really, really lucky. I don't take it for granted that God gave me such a beautiful father. He was so loving, and he was kind, and he was patient. And I know that when I talked to him, I had his undivided attention. And no matter what I did, he was always proud of me. And I miss him every day. Till this day, some days are harder than others, especially when I have moments, difficult moments in my life that I wish I could tell him about. If you have a loved parent, mother, father that is, getting older in years, hug them tight, take lots of pictures, take lots of videos, because I wish I would have taken more. I don't have nearly enough. So I miss him so much, and like I said, it's just been a difficult summer. And then I had to put my boxer to sleep because she was completely incontinent, and then her body was full of tumors. She had one on her paw that would bleed if she, touched it or walked on it. And she was just, as much as she wanted to give us love and she wanted to be here with us, I could tell her body was just tired. So it was time. So like I said, these past 2 years have been full of so much loss. And as icing on the cake, so to speak, I recently was told that my position within the company I work for, my day job, was no longer available, or no longer there, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I was laid off from my day job. So I think now I'm grieving that. So if all these losses could just please stop, that'd be great. I honestly think that I'm still doing well emotionally and mentally, because I'm close to my family and because God is carrying me through all this. I do firmly believe that the only way I could get through all this is because He cares for me, and He shows me His love through my friends, through my family, through everybody that is, cheering me on for this next stage in my life. So that is why I've been MIA. As you can imagine, that's quite a lot. It's quite a lot to deal with. In a way, I think that some things have to move along to bring in new things. I'm sad about my dad. I don't see a reason for that. I know he was very sick, and he could not breathe. He had emphysema, so it was really hard for him to breathe. But I don't know. I still can't. I still wish I had him a little longer. But I hope I don't sound too selfish. But he was my beautiful father, and I will always, always miss him. But the bad news of me losing my job is hopefully good news for you guys, because that means that I am going all in on YouTube full time. And besides the jewelry wrapping, don't get me wrong, I love jewelry, I love beads, I love wire wrapping, and I will continue to do all that. But I want to start incorporating more of different tutorials. I love crafting in general. I love paper crafting. I love knitting and crocheting. I love all sorts of crafts. I love make bows with ribbon, make wreaths. I mean, there's just so many things, and I don't want to be tied anymore to one category for my channel. I want to bring in a little bit more variety. I want you guys to comment down below if you're like me and you love to do a little bit of everything, because I have stickers in my house, I have journals, I have yarn and Dollar Tree ribbon. I have so many crafting items, and it's kind of cool to see that whenever my nieces need something done, sorry, that was my pug, need something done, they turn to me. Like in Texas, I didn't know that there's this thing called a mum that they wear to homecoming, which is just a bunch of like ribbons and things that you glue things on that characterize the personality of the person, of the girl wearing it. And so it's kind of cool. And this year my niece asked me to make one for her, so I had a lot of fun doing that. That's why I changed my name to Maria Creates, because again, I don't want to just be beads. I want to do a bunch of other stuff. I hope that you will continue to want to watch. I'll still have wire wrapping, and I'll still have beading and all that fun stuff, but I won't be tied into just one category, because it was kind of like work. It was getting to a point where I was just getting burnt out. I love these earrings. I already sold them. So I still love doing the wire wrapping, but again, I love doing also. I even have like 3 or 4 diamond paintings I haven't started. If you know, you know. If you're a diamond painter, you know how addictive those things are. I even have miniatures. I mean, I just love all sorts of crafts, and I want to share that with you guys, and I want to make my channel fun. So expect a lot more, a variety of crafting crafting tutorials. I love watching, I don't know about you guys, but I love watching those Dollar Tree crafting tutorials, Dollar Tree decorations, and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm hopefully I can incorporate a little bit of that. I live right close on the border, so I can go to Mexico and find a ton of other crafting items on there, that they sell in craft stores in Mexico. So I want to bring you along with that too. So again, expect a lot more of that stuff coming to my channel. Going back to the earring now, I'm done wrapping the little loops, and I am making sure that it matches the other earring. As you can see here, they are equal. Again, I totally recommend making them, like each step, like twirl the base wire first, and then do the other one, and then bend the wire. That way, as you're making them at the same time, it's a lot easier to get them, because here you just see what I edited. But there were times where I spent a while there making sure they matched up. You just don't see that in the video because I edited that out. Otherwise, I would bore you to tears. So when I say do each earring step by step, before you move on to the next step, do both earrings. Trust me on that one. It will save you a lot of frustration or a lot of wasted time. So I'm almost done here wrapping this earring, but like I said, I'm super careful when I'm doing it so that I don't kink the wire. I go through the loop, I forgot to mention that previously, I go through the loop twice just to make sure that it's anchored on there firmly and securely. But again, I'm super careful about not kinking the wire because it's broken on me, and it's very frustrating because you have to cut up another piece of wire or even the same one and anchor it back on, and then just keep working. And then here I just do about 3 loops at the end. Trying to shake the little dangles. Make sure that it's really tight on there. And then we will cut off the remaining little piece. So there's your ear wire with the little loopies on there. I don't know if it's called a loopy, but that's what I call it. Now, if you've been doing wire wrapping or been following me for a while, you know the drill. I'm just doing a wrapped loop here. Take the wire, bring it over, and then just wrap it around the main wire. I like working off the roll to save wire, but you don't have to. You can cut up about, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches of wire, and then do your wraps, your loop, and then your wrap. Yeah, I like to straighten out the loop. And I'm not going to show each wrap that I did, you know, each dangle. I'm just going to show what I did one time, and then I'll be back once I've done all the little dangles. But here, like I said, I tighten the little loops around it. I kind of, I don't know, tighten them up towards the top of the loop with my flat nose pliers, just to give it a neater look. There, I will cut the wire, and then again you put your round nose pliers. So you do a wrap loop, you go do 90 degrees, you bring it over, and then you hold it in, while you hold it, your little loop in place. Oh, and then if you have like an extra dangle, before you close the loop, this is the time to put it on that little loop, because then once you wrap your loop, then you miss your opportunity. You got to use a if you don't want to cut wire, you would have to use a jump ring, and a jump ring would make the dangle longer, and I want to avoid that. So in this case, I am making sure to add the tassel right away before I finish wrapping the wire, you know, the little loop, and then I tuck the wire in to make it look nice and neat. Then, as I promised, I would just come back and show you all the little dangles when they were done. Here I'm just adding my little tassel dangle to one of the loops with a jump ring. In this case, I did use a jump ring. You can avoid it as well if you want to, if you don't want your tassels to be too long. You are, as you're doing your wire wrap loops, again, you just would attach it to the loop on the earring wire, you know, in the frame, and then, you know, and then wrap. But I decided to make it easier for me, I was just going to use a jump ring in this case. Sorry, my ice machine is going off. And there we go. What do you guys think? What do you think of my idea of bringing new different crafts? And of course I had to model them for you. Ignore the crazy hair. But I wanted you to see how really pretty these look. Again, I sold them right away. So if you're into selling your jewelry, these would be a good one to add to your collection. Thanks again for watching. You're going to be seeing me more often. Give me some ideas, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.